This is Blind Date, Series 2, Show 1, Part 1, Take 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Blind Date, and here is your host, Miss Cilla Black.
Thank you very much, and welcome to a new series of Blind Date, the show where a fella's tries to pick a girl, he tries to pick the right girl, and a girl tries to pick the right fella. Now, you might end up with Richard Gere in Venice, or if you're anything like me, you might end up with a right Wilf in a transport. Anyway, it couldn't happen on this show because we've got some terrific people lined up. So first, let's meet the three fellas who want to go on a blind date, and here they are. Hi, guys.
Hi, Sam.
Oh, you all look wonderful to me, you do. We'll start with you, number one. We'll call you number one for now.
Okay.
Would you like to tell everybody at home what your name is and where you come from, please?
Mike, or Michael, or Mick from Leighton Buzzard.
Oh, from Leighton Buzzard. Now, what would you like me to call you? Mike or Mick or Michael?
I don't mind, whichever you prefer.
Wally.
Yeah.
No, what do your best friends call you? If you were going out with me on a blind date, what would you like me to call you?
Darling.
Well, darling it is, darling. I hope you're very lucky indeed, and we're going on to number two. I was just going to say snap. Number two, would you tell everybody at home what your name is and where you come from?
Yep, sure. My name's Trevor, and I come from Altrincham.
Oh, Trevor. Did you ever, Trevor?
Well, I never.
Trevor! You got a job at the minute, Trev?
No, I'm on the telly at the minute.
I know you're on the telly.
No, yeah, I work for the street lighting for the local authority in Manchester.
Street lighting?
Yes, bright spot.
What? Those bright spots. What are your favourite women you like to light up in Altrincham?
Ooh, usually older.
Hey, there's a chance for me yet. If you get picked tonight, they'll certainly have a lot of fun. You'll certainly light up her heart tonight, won't you?
Certainly have a go.
Well, I wish you luck. What about you, number three? You look like the strong, silent type.
I am. Yeah.
You are?
Yeah, I am.
Well, why don't you start off by telling everybody, you know, your name and where you come from?
Right. My name's Gary and I come from Worthing.
And what do you do for a living?
I'm self-employed, painter.
Oh, paint? Oh, I've got a spare room. You couldn't
Oh,
come
yeah.
down to our house. No, the spare room needs decorating. Did you see that? I've got a spare room. Oh, have you? So you're a painter and decorator?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
And when you go out with a girl, I mean, what qualities do you look for in this girl?
Just to see how much money she's got in her purse first. Just go out and have a good laugh. Make her feel relaxed.
Well, that'll be good for a start. Hello, darling. How much money have you got in your hand? Well, we've got lovely ladies for you tonight. And let's hope one of you is going to be very lucky tonight. I wish you all the best, and I'm going to see you in a mo, all right?
Yeah.
See you later, darling.
So.
Well, I must say, I don't know which one I'd pick. In fact, I quite fancy all three of them, actually. But let's meet the girl who's going to make that choice. Now, she's Alison, and she's from West Glamorgan. Come in, Alison. Alison, you're from West Glamorgan.
Yes.
Yes, that's Welsh Wales.
That is.
And what do you do for a living?
I make cigars for a well-known cigar company.
Do you? Tell us about your hobbies, because I know, I mean, you do a lot of community work, don't you?
Yes. Well, I am a part-time policewoman, special constable. I like...
Yes, you'll soon knock them into shape. Especially number 2. But you have got 3 questions to ask those 3 fellas. We've got 3 lovely fellas. Well, maybe 2.5. Beyond those screens, and they're all waiting to hear your questions. So if you'd like to start off with your first question.
Right. I'd like to ask number 1. If you saw an attractive-looking policewoman on the beat, how would you go about chatting her up?
Well, I'd just mosey on up to her, and if she was a superintendent, I'd say, hiya, super. If she was a constable, I'd say, hiya, gorgeous.
Who are you going for next?
Number 2, please.
Well, I think I'd drag myself across to you, get you to arrest me and handcuff us both together, and then definitely throw away the key.
That's a good one.
OK, number 3, please.
I think I'm quite a big, chunky, lovable person. So I'll walk across the road, give you a big hug, and to say, I'll give you some GBH later. And that's not what you mean, That means a great big hug.
OK, I'd like to ask a second question to number 2. Suppose you gave me an expensive piece of jewellery and I immediately lost it. How would you react?
Well, I think I'd go and find that attractive policewoman. And I think if she was very attractive, I'd confess myself.
Listen, don't be put off by his voice. He sounds like George Formby, but he...
He's probably put off by my voice anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, no, Angel. It's a lovely voice. That was number 2.
Number 1, please.
You thought that bit of jewellery was expensive? Must admit, it fooled me for a moment, but I've got another dozen in my pocket, no problem.
It probably fell off a lorry. That was number 1.
OK, number 3.
I'll probably retrace all the steps where we went yesterday, like in the field, and we'd probably go over everything what we did, and until we find it again and again and again.
Well, number 3, what do you reckon you would have done?
Don't really know, actually. I just had to see what comes up.
Oh, really? Remember, number 3, she's a police constable here. Now, this is your 3rd and final question, though.
OK, number 1 again. What reason would the other 2 have to be jealous of you?
Well, quite obvious, really, I think. I mean, I've got such a deep tan, and I'm so tall that I think they'd be jealous of that, especially number 2, because he is so white and so short. If he stood on my head, we'd look like a pint of Guinness.
It's not tan at all.
OK, number 2.
Well, really, I don't think these 2 lads would be jealous of me. I think you might be more jealous because I dress like a woman and look great.
I'm leaning on the lamppost.
And number 3, please.
I think they'd be jealous of me because I can do an average impression of Elvis Presley, so, you know, I think they'd be a bit jealous of me. Would you like me to do it for you?
Oh, please, can't wait.
I'll stand up.
You can't look.
Clap. Ready? Ready? Oh, baby, let me be loving teddy bear. Run your fingers through my hair and color me with time. Let me be a teddy bear.
Well, he got me going. Mind you, I'm a middle-aged housewife. I'm happy with anything. Well, but that was your third and final question, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. But don't make your mind up yet, because we've got a quick reminder for you.
Now, will it be contestant number 1, who's a tall, tanned Adonis who wouldn't worry about any lost jewels? Or number 2, who would like to be linked with the law? Or even number 3, who's a real swivel-hipped Elvis, if ever there was one, and who would offer you GBH, a great big hug in a field. The decision is yours.
Now, Sunshine, don't be coloured by anything what I've said here this evening, because it's your decision. It's the big decision. Who have you chosen for your blind date this evening?
All 3 of them. No, I'll go for number 3.
Oh, number 3.
I'll stick with number 3.
You turned down, first of all, number 1, and that was Mike from Leighton Buzzard. Come in, Mike. Too late now. She went, oh, he's nice. Too late now. You've made the other decision. You also turned down number 2, and he was Trevor. My favourite, I must tell you, from Altrincham. Come in, Trevor. Are you ready for this? Is the world ready for this? You chose number 3, and he, of course, was Gary from Worthing. No, don't look. Actually, she said under her breath, well, at least he's taller. Have you been out with a fella with an earring in his ear before?
Well, 1 inside, but not 3 in the other.
Oh, he has got 3. Oh, tell us when you get one through your nose. Well, now, this is terribly exciting, you know. It's card picking time, and I think it's ladies who should pick the card. All right. Oh, no, you open it. You chose it. You open it.
A day trip to Rome.
Oh, you... Have you ever been to Rome before? What about you, love?
No.
Haven't
Never,
you?
never.
Rome's a beautiful place with all the food and everything, and you will get a chance to throw some money in the fountain. Don't worry, it'll all be ours, you know.
Oh, will it?
We only make one stipulation, though, that you come back next week and tell us all about it. Will you do that?
Yes.
Oh, thanks a lot. Now, don't forget. See you next week, then. Ladies and gentlemen. Well, now, I'd like you to cast your mind back to the last show of the series. Now, do you remember when Bill chose Yvonne? Well, their date was a night out in London. Now, they had dinner, they went to a theatre, and then they went on to Stringfellows to a dance. Oh, and they met some famous people. Well, she did. I don't know about him. So let's see what happened to them. you're making a very popular return by the sound of the audience there. Well, it all looked very harmless, but let's see what you really thought about each other.
Well, when I first saw her, she wasn't quite as attractive as the previous two that I'd already seen.
I wasn't disappointed, nor was I over the moon. It was quite run-of-the-mill, really.
She had lots of hair, which came all the way down here, which was... but she used it to good effect, sort of, in the evening, when she would fling it forward and sort of do the glam look.
The dress I was wearing was black, and it had, like, a glittery top. But this glitter was going everywhere, and every time I moved, it was just, like, falling off. And by the end of the evening, he was wearing more of the dress than I was.
In fact, most of it came off in my hands throughout the whole evening. So, a black number with glitter all over it, and I don't know if you can see, but I had glitter all over me. Even after a couple of showers, I still can't get the damn stuff off.
So I thought, if I buy a black dress, it's bound to compliment him whether he wears black or white. So when I first saw him, in his trousers and baseball boots and black jacket with a multicoloured shirt and T-shirt, I felt silly, really. And I said to him, oh, you've really made the effort.
But it got off to a good start. We were sort of very light and casual, sort of joking around about what we were going to do in the evening and stuff like this. And it sort of, it started off on the right foot.
When we went out for the meal, he didn't talk at all. Well, he couldn't really, because he was eating all the time. I mean, he was just eating all the time.
She had a very expressive face. Throughout the whole evening, all she did was make silly faces.
He sort of tactfully said, I don't like pushy women or women who take over. And I think that was his way of saying to me, shut up. Because he did keep going on and on.
We were sort of perhaps overacting a little bit as we walked out. But there were some stairs which I didn't notice. And tripped and fell down them.
I found very funny, and of course I just roared out with laughter. And he was very embarrassed about it.
Then it was on to Stringfellows. When we first got there, we were shown to our table where we were going to eat yet again, and as usual, I was absolutely famished.
I suppose he could be quite outgoing. He seems to be a night person. He certainly came alive later on, but too tired, really.
And then I asked her to dance, and we went onto the dance floor, and I was expecting sort of wild and wondrous things. And she just danced sort of quite normally. In fact, at one stage I thought she was on a pogo because she just seemed to be going...
He's not my type. He's not very forthcoming. I like somebody to dominate me. I was making all the jokes and laughing, and he was laughing with me. Instead, I would have preferred him to make jokes so I could laugh at him. But I'm afraid he didn't.
No, she wasn't really my type of the sort of person that I would have chosen. I think the catchphrase is "gentlemen prefer blondes," and I think I'd probably go for the more glamorous-looking person.
Oh, Bill, I can't believe you said that about Yvonne. Can you, ladies and gentlemen? No, I mean, glamorous. You were quite rude about her there. I mean, after all, do you think you're glamorous? Well, I'm quite interested. You know, she wore this lovely dress. I mean, she went to town and all the sparkly bit on top. And you dressed down for the evening. And half the sparkle ended up on you. How did that happen if you hated each other on the night?
Well, I did say to her that I thought I could have made the dress for about a tenner. And in actual fact, it cost, I think it was £150.
Oh.
But,
You can hear the hatred from the audience out there. Especially... And dare I ask,
No.
You're not going to be seeing each other again?
No, she lives north and I live south.
That's
so.
not the reason.
think you've both been great sports. Thank you very much for coming on the first series and telling us all about it, even if you're not going to see each other again. Ladies and gentlemen, Bill and Yvonne. Well, I think after that we'll take a break, but don't go too far away, because in part 2 we'll be hearing how the other couple from our last series got on, Jane and Rory. Now remember him? He was 6'7", and we'll also be meeting the fella who can't wait to have his pick of one of these 3 lovely girls. So see you in a couple of minutes.
This is Blind Date, Series 2, Show 1, Part 2, Take 1.
Blind date, where our 3 girls are still waiting to find out which one of them is going to end up, not necessarily with the man of her choice, but certainly as the girl of his choice. Let's go over and meet them. Come on. Let's start off with you, number 1. Would you like to tell everybody at home what your name is and where you come from?
I'm Suzanne and I'm from Oxford.
Oh, OK, you are. Sounds very posh. Oxford. What do you do for a living? Brain surgeon?
Legal secretary.
What kind of things does that entail? You know, what?
Well, mainly I do work with matrimonial cases and litigation and criminal. The burglars, the divorces and the car crashes. It's very depressing.
And it's very legal as well. It's very legal. Well, what are you looking for in your ideal mate this evening?
Well, I suppose basically someone who isn't going to burgle any or isn't going to crash a car and isn't going to divorce me.
What about you, number 2? Would you like to tell everybody your name and where you come from?
I'm Felicity and I'm from Norwich.
Hello, Felicity. That's a lovely name, actually. It's difficult for me to say with my teeth, you know, Felicity, because I've just spit all over number 1. But what do you do for a living?
I'm a dancing teacher.
Ah.
I teach ballet, tap, jazz, aerobics.
Well, would you like your men to be athletic, then, if you like dancing, aerobics?
Yes, I like very athletic men.
If you were to choose a film star to go out with, who would you choose to go out with?
Tom Selleck. Oh, yeah. I think
that was the fellas going, because they're all jealous out there. Yes, he's lovely, that Tom Selleck. What about you, number 3?
I'm Helen from Leicester.
Yes, and you work in an estate agent?
Yes.
And what do you have to do there? Are you a secretary?
Well, I do a little bit of this, that, and now and again a bit of the other.
Dare we ask what the other might be?
Well, that's making coffee.
Well, I know you're all going to have a lot of fun on tonight's show, so we'll see you all in a mo, all right? See you in a mo. Well, those are our girls, so let's meet the hero of the hour, who's going to choose one of them. And he's Gary from North Wales. Come in, Gary. Oh, Gary, you are in for a treat tonight.
Excellent.
Yes, fasten your seatbelt. I've been reading up about you, Gary. I mean, you run a sports centre, don't you?
The shop, yeah.
A shop?
Yeah.
Is it your own shop?
Yeah, it's a family business, yeah.
Got money. What are you looking for tonight in your ideal girl? I mean...
Attractive, good fun, so you can just have a nice, pleasant day out.
Well, they're all that and more.
Great, that'll do me.
Now, love, you've got 3 questions to ask those three lovely ladies.
Yes,
Have you come prepared?
Yes, I've got them written down on this piece of paper.
Yes, off you go, lad, in your own time.
Right. I think we'll start with number 1, please. What qualities do you dislike in a man, and how would you correct them if you discovered I had any of them?
Well, the qualities I dislike in a man mainly is a man being overweight or fat. So what I'd probably do is make sure you get the right things to eat by cooking all your meals for you. And then, having eaten all those calories, I'd probably help you work them off later.
I think I better make a few notes about that one. I think we better go on to number 2 to answer that one, please.
Well, I really dislike squidgy bums. I really dislike them immensely. And as I'm a dance instructor, I'm sure I'd soon work you into shape.
Good Lord. Very forward, young ladies. Number 3, please.
Well, there's lots of things I don't like in men, actually. I don't like indecisive men. But the thing I love is I love a nice mouth. So if you've got a funny mouth, I'd have to kiss and kiss and kiss it until I knocked it into shape.
Well, you're taking the words right out of my mouth for that answer. We'll see how quick you are on the second one, number 3. I like women to be feminine. What is the most feminine thing about you?
That's difficult, really, because there's quite a few things. But I suppose it's the very slinky way I slide in and out of my Porsche.
Oh, she's slinky. I didn't know you had a Porsche.
It's not that white one in the car park, is it? Number 1, the same question, please.
Most feminine thing about me, I suppose, is my hands. They're strong, sensitive, with long nails that would just make your spine tingle.
Who've we got? Number 2, please, on that same question.
Well, I've got lovely long blonde hair, green eyes, a luscious mouth.
Oh, yes, she has.
A long, slender neck.
Yes, she has.
And a beautifully proportioned pair of feet.
Last question, the biggie. I'm rather unpunctual.
Are you, dear?
Very. If I kept you waiting on a street corner for half an hour, how would you amuse yourself until I showed up? Number 1 first, please.
Well, I mean, the answer's obvious. I'd be sharpening my nails waiting for you.
You wouldn't really hold that against me if I was half an hour late if I had a good excuse, would you?
If you didn't have a good excuse, I think you'd have a bit of explaining to do. Probably take me out for a nice meal or something to make up for it.
Would I get round you if I did that?
Oh, I'm sure you would.
Would a bottle of wine go down well?
Oh, very well. What year?
Yes. Number 2, the same question, please.
Well, I'd break out into song and dance on the corner, I'd put out my bowler, and I would buy you a beautiful watch with an alarm on it.
That's the dance teacher anyway, isn't it?
That's your dance teacher, yes.
Yes, teach me some things. Right. Number 3, the same question, please.
Darling, if you could see me, you'd realise no one keeps me waiting.
Why is that? Would you have a good answer for me on this question, please?
Let's just wait till the blind's removed and then you'll get a nice surprise.
Wrong show.
Well, it's a very, very difficult
It
choice.
is, and you've asked your 3 questions, and before you make your mind up, we're going to have a quick little refresher from Graham. Graham?
Now, will it be number 1, who would willingly work off any of your spare calories, jogging? Or number 2, who's got long blonde hair, green eyes, and 2 beautifully proportioned feet? Or perhaps number 3, who's a slinky woman who slides in and out of her Porsche and who nobody would want to keep waiting. The decision is yours.
Now it's the big decision time. Who are you going to choose?
Well, Cilla, they all sound very, very nice, I must admit, and it's a very difficult choice. If I don't really want to pick one, can I? But I'll take number 3, please.
Actually, I've just told him he won't be disappointed, but what you will be disappointed by is turning the other 2 down.
Oh.
Now, really, because they're all terrific girls. And first of all, you're going to say hello and goodbye to number 1, and she's Suzanne from Oxford. You turned her over. You turned down number 2.
Dallas, you know.
Her name was Felicity, or Flick, from Norwich. Come in, Flick. Oh, are you in for a surprise? Surprise!
It's the wrong programme.
I know that this girl is absolutely beautiful. You chose number 3, and that was Helen from Leicester.
Where do we go now?
Just here.
Look
He's
straight away.
flummoxed, he's flummoxed. What do you think?
Well, I'm not used to the TV, am I?
Oh, what about this beauty here?
Beautiful, beautiful. You said you were right. All 3 were very nice.
Yes.
I was very lucky to have the choice.
Yes, you were. Well, you're supposed to take care of her. Now, come on, sweetheart, you choose.
I read my horoscope today, and it says I'm going to go on a long trip. I hope it's right.
Oh. You read your horoscope on a long trip. Is he right?
No.
No?
How's your golf?
Golf?
Yes. We're going to have a game of golf at Glen Eagles.
That'll do.
Now, Helen, I don't know whether you've heard of Glen Eagles Hotel. That's the most marvellous hotel up there in Scotland.
How many nights is it for?
It's a time to each other, don't we?
If you play your cards right, who knows?
You keep mentioning these other programmes all the time. Play your cards.
Well, on this trip, it probably is just an away day, you know.
Oh, British Rail
Well, you
special.
will. You.
Can I stand a day of this?
I don't think so, no.
Helen, I think you're going to have a wonderful time. But one thing I want you to promise me. Will you come back, both of you, next week and tell us all about it?
Love to.
Love to.
Thank you very much. Ladies
so
and
much,
gentlemen, Gary and Helen. Well, while they go off and practice their swings, let's see what happened to our other couple from the last series. Jane chose Rory, and their date was a day out riding in Richmond Park. But first, they got kitted out by Moss Brothers. Well, Jane, you looked as if you enjoyed that day out there. You weren't too sure there, were you, Rory? Oh, but let's see what you thought about each other.
But whenever I saw Rory, well, there's tall men, there's tall men. I mean, I was really shocked. I just didn't know what to say or what to do.
I can only assume that she was shocked at my good looks.
Planned all my little piece about how to greet somebody, but it just all went to pieces. I couldn't really kiss his navel.
I gave her the quick once-over and discovered the other sort of the point that sticks out in my mind is that she had very large feet. I recalled that at the time and thought she was possibly a good swimmer.
One of Rory's nicest qualities was that he really didn't mind a joke in himself. It must be quite difficult being that tall, you know, people laughing at you all the time. But when we were at Mossbros, he tried on racing silks and all sorts of ridiculous things. I mean, he must be the only 6'7" jockey in the world.
A very trusting but foolish side to her nature. I discovered she'd been to Edinburgh University and she was obviously a very bright girl. But I spent the whole day picking up a handbag or getting her gloves or picking her keys up and...
In fact, he made me feel a bit like a small child. So that, I mean, there was one occasion we were walking down the street and I found myself shrieking out, "Oh, I want some toffees," which was very, very embarrassing because it wasn't like me at all. It just must have been reminiscent of Daddy in the sweetie shop.
In addition to being really rather dizzy, she was very indecisive. That was one of her sort of more dominant attributes, really. She couldn't decide at lunchtime what she wanted to drink. In fact, quite often she said she wouldn't have a drink, but I'd buy her a drink anyway, only to find that she'd finished the drink by the time I got my change from the bar.
I found it very, very difficult to hold a conversation with him when we were walking along the road because it was just like different air levels, you know. He'd be saying something and, you know, you'd be replying to his armpit.
Jane was certainly a very good listener. She was very charming throughout the whole day and very polite. She laughed at my jokes, which I liked, of course, and I hope to see her again when I go to Edinburgh. I'll certainly be in touch.
He's definitely going on my Christmas card list.
Oh, well, that was quite sweet in parts, I found. And, you know, the difficulties... You're not that small, are you, though, Jane?
No, 5'7".
You're 5'7", he's 6'7", yet you still talk to his navel. Did you enjoy the horse riding that day?
Yeah, it's great fun.
Even though you were led by a rein?
Well, yeah, I hope the photographs wouldn't show that, actually, but...
And I believe you have seen each other since that day.
We have,
'cause
actually,
it's been
yeah.
quite a long time. Tell us about that.
Well, Jane came down to London for the Rowing Club dinner dance.
And?
And we won the Romance of the Year prize there.
Well, let's hope this romance blossoms further in the future. If you do go any further with this, will you come back and tell us all about it? Oh, thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, Jane and Rory. Well, I'm afraid it's time to go now, but we'll be back at the same time next week to see how Alison and Gary got on in Rome and to find out what happened when Gary and Helen went to Glen Eagles. Oh, I can't wait for that. And we'll also be arranging some more blind dates, so why don't you join us in next week's blind date? Until then, ta-ra!